Hello and welcome to another episode of the Autos and Airways podcast. Today we are joined by one of my very good friends, David Feerrar, who does not have a webcam, and he decided to, in, you know, in spite of that, he put a picture of David Feerrar, uh, Spanish tennis player, is his picture because his name is very similar. Um, you don't look like him.
No, not really. I'm not nearly
No.
as good at tennis either.
Yeah. I think I'm a decent tennis player, but he would just kill me if he would just he would just I think I actually might have his autograph. When I was a kid, when I went to the Western and Southern Open, I was the kid that had the giant fucking tennis ball that was the size of a basketball that you would get autographs on.
Okay. Yeah.
I might have his autograph. I have Roger Federer's autograph.
Okay. There you go.
Roger Federer's autograph. But that's enough tennis for now. Yeah, so David's a good friend of mine. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Why don't you tell us what you drive? You have two cars.
Yep.
Well, not two anymore.
Yeah. Well, I still have two technically. So I have a 2011 Land Rover LR4 5.0 V8. And it's got some mods on it and this, that, and the other thing. ARB bar, yada yada yada. Also has 196,000 miles. So she's she's got some miles on her. Sadly, that was hit here about a month ago and is totaled by my neighbor. Second time a neighbor hit it, actually. So that's fun. I also have a 2012 Mark 6 Golf with a 2.5-liter 5-cylinder, 6-speed or 5-speed, sorry, and that's the beer mobile, so to speak. Let's see here.
How much did you pay for that Golf, if you don't mind saying?
Oh yes, 1,000 doleros. There.
It's $1,000 for people that don't understand.
Yeah, $1,000, and it has but just turned over 90,000 miles. It had like 85 on it when I bought it.
Which is that had to have been the cheapest Mark 6, fully functioning Mark 6 Golf in the country.
I don't know if it was fully functioning. It ran.
Well, it didn't have brakes.
Moved. Yeah, it didn't. It had it had been sitting for quite a few years, so it was rather moldy, and it stank so bad. Oh my gosh, that thing smells. It still doesn't smell the best, but it's definitely better than it was.
Did you put the black ice trees in the mirror?
Yes, yeah. I loaded it with black ice, which I despise, but it was the only thing to get the stank out of that car. There was a lunch box in the trunk with someone's lunch from, back in the probably back in the freaking Obama administration.
That's interesting. Well, considering that car was made in the Obama administration,
yeah, exactly.
Right. So of course today's gonna be a little bit of a different episode. We're just gonna obviously do cars and bids, and then we went on car configurators. David and I each configured several cars, and we're gonna share them here. And then of course we'll wrap up with a short Q&A session before wrapping up. So that's pretty obvious at this point. So I will start with the cars and bids segment. So this is the car that I chose, which is 2021 Porsche 718 Cayman GTS 4-liter. So this is the one to get. This is the one to get if you, the GT4 is the one to get, but this one's right after that. It's finished in GT silver metallic. It's got the premium package plus flat 6. Since it's the GTS, you get all of your performance options included on the GTS model. GT silver metallic is gorgeous. I think it debuted on the Carrera GT back in, what was that, 2000? I think the concept was 2003, and then it went into production in 04 or something like that.
4 or 5, 04, I think. Yeah.
Early 2000s. But yeah, this engine, the 4-liter flat 6, it sounds amazing. It doesn't have a whole lot of torque, but that's not the point of it. The point is to rev it out.
So
Funnily enough,
that's still naturally aspirated one, right?
oh yeah. Yeah, it's not because the 3 liter is the turbocharged one that's in the Carreras and the
Right.
911 GTS. And of course, well, this is the only Cayman. This in the GT4 are the only ones that have the flat six. All the other ones have 4-cylinder. So, but yeah, it's like I said, GT Silver Metallic.
What's that car gonna end up going for?
I have no idea.
Triple digits.
It has the rear wiper, which I love.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Always got to get the rear wiper.
It's got 6 days left, and it's up to $63,000, give or take.
So yeah, probably gonna be.
Yeah, well, I think. Well, actually, we can figure how much was it brand new. It's only got 3,200 miles on it. They had the window sticker here. It was actually under 100, 94.
Wow.
It's actually
It's sad, but that sounds like a good deal. But
yeah. And I love how they always say built in Zuffenhausen.
Yeah.
Oh shit! It's actually close, or it was sold to Bluegrass Motorsport, which is the Porsche dealer of Louisville, Kentucky. So that's not too far from me. Weird, the port of entry is Houston.
That is odd.
I would expect, Baltimore or wherever my dad's Audi came in from Connecticut. All of our Land Rovers have come in through Baltimore.
Yeah.
I think some cars come through Georgia. Some cars come through Charleston, South Carolina. And if you're on the West Coast, basically all your cars come in through LA or the Port of Long Beach. Which is LA. But yeah, this is a sweet car. I mean, like 6-speed manual, great transmission. My neighbor 2 houses down from me has the Boxster GTS 4-liter.
Oh, okay.
In Miami blue.
Ooh, that's nice.
And then I found out on New Year's Eve, another one of my neighbors who lives on the other side of my neighborhood, who was really, really, really good friends of ours. She got a Boxster, and she showed me a picture of it. I was like, "Do you know exactly what this is?" And I saw on the door it said GTS 4-liter. I was like, "You got the right one." Both of my neighbors have the PDK though. PDK is still amazing. PDK is genuinely an amazing transmission, but if it was me, you got to go with the 6-speed. Even though I hate to say it, I think the PDK is actually better on the street because the gear ratios are so much shorter. You can play around with it a lot more. With the 6-speed,
yeah, I think I'd have a hard time arguing for a manual in that car, especially.
Just the gear ratios are so long, but
yeah,
at least in my personal opinion, that transmission, the latest version of Porsche's 6-speed manual, is the best manual transmission that you can get, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic. That's for sure.
Short throws. The clutch is, it's not too heavy, but it's not light. It's just really, really good transmission. So yeah, and that's it. Like I said, it has like the options on it. So it has Premium Package Plus, which gives you, I don't even remember at this point, where go back to the window sticker. Let's see. LED headlights with PDLS, Porsche Dynamic Lighting System Plus. That's what PDLS stands for. Bose surround sound, power folding steering mirrors, heated multifunction steering wheel, light design package, and some other stuff. And obviously heated seats, but that's included in the premium package, not the Premium Package Plus, which is weird. They don't say Premium Package Plus on here, but that's what you get.
That is weird. That is the Premium Package Plus, is it not, actually?
Yeah.
But they didn't label it that way? That's really odd.
Yeah, it says Premium Package Plus. Which, you're forced to get Premium Package 1. Oh shit, there's a Maverick on here.
Yeah, I know, I saw that. I was like, what?
Interesting. Anyway, so I'll stop here, and why don't you tell us about the car that you chose?
Okay, very easy. Screen 1, share. All right. And we're live. All right. So, any guesses? Any guesses?
No, I'm gonna guess it's that L322 with the brush guard.
You would think that, wouldn't you? You would think that I would pick that, but it's not actually. Where'd
It's
she
that
go?
110.
Nope, it's not the 110 either.
Oh,
Keep
you went for the
going.
Volvo S60R, didn't you?
Nope. Oh yeah.
Oh man, yes. I remember you wanted me to test drive one of these for you,
Uh-huh.
and I
Yeah.
never did do that.
The L322 is the obvious choice, but it's already at $22,000, and I'm like, no way, that's nuts.
Yeah.
That's like a $8,000 to $10,000 car all day long in my book. This thing, whoa, yeah.
Wait, hold on. Wait, it was owned by Ed Bullion. Holy fuck!
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Really?
go back up. Yeah, it says at the top. It said owned by Ed Bullion.
This particular one, this is Ed's S65. Whoa.
Well, well, I mean, knowing him, he buys shit stuff, but he always fixes it.
Huh.
That's gonna go for a lot of money.
Yeah. If anybody notices that.
Well, everyone's gonna notice it because look at the top. It says previously owned by Ed Bullion.
Yeah. Wow. That's pretty crazy.
The W222 or the W221 S class though is
a fantastic machine.
It is
a little disappointing. This is not a facelift car.
Yeah.
So you get the weird looking mirrors and I don't know. The front end's a little more wonky than the facelift car for sure. It does have the updated taillights, however. So
that's nice.
That going for it. Yeah, you got that for unless I don't think all the S65s got that. I think it's only if somebody just added those, probably it.
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh, still got the VinWiki stickers on it and everything. What? That's pretty crazy.
What the hell is oh, look at that. That's an old Mercedes.
Yeah. Is that a GTS, AMG GTS behind it?
I can't see.
I believe it is. Yeah, there we can zoom in here. I think maybe
Speaking
not.
Of Mercedes, did you see the new the new SL? Even though it's been revealed for quite a little bit now, I actually really like it.
I don't.
Yeah,
it needs a hard top. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but remember, all the old ones didn't have a hard top.
Old.
Yeah.
Well, sort of. You had the removable hard top.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's also made by AMG now, so it's not exactly what it once was. It's more sports car.
Yeah. I always like GT cars.
Let's see the interior of this.
I think it looks pretty darn clean. Very clean. Very clean. The AMG and designer leather interiors seem to hold up a lot better than the others. A little bolster wear, but nothing a little shoe polish can't solve. Yeah, this thing's super clean.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, that's an awesome car right there, and they're cheap. They're not worth hardly anything.
Yeah, and I still have not driven one of those.
No, I haven't either. But I mean, 600 horsepower V12.
I've driven a normal W221, the S550, a facelift S550, and it was lovely. It was lovely.
Yeah, that car's got tons of power.
But I remember, like 8 months ago, you wanted me to go to a local car dealer and test drive one that was like, what was it, like 12 grand or something?
I don't even think they wanted that for it. It had been there for a year, so it's
and that place was in such a horrible part of town. It was like 10 minutes from where I worked, but it was
250,000 miles on it.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
I mean, but these motors are like all but bulletproof. There is some expensive. Yes, there's some expensive componentry that goes bad sometimes, but like coil packs and spark plugs will run you about $2,000. So because there's 24 spark plugs.
Yeah,
it's a twin spark.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, so it's probably not the most fun thing to work on, but
no, I mean, that thing is a packaging nightmare and a packaging miracle at the same time.
Yeah, it's an old motor. It's an old motor, which is good because the older Mercedes stuff just doesn't have issues for the most
No,
part.
and the new. I mean, it's just kind of unfortunate. I mean, Mercedes. I miss the days when Mercedes was run by engineers and not accountants.
Look
And
at that. They did all 24 spark plugs in March of last year.
that was Ed that did that.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, March of 20. Probably, yeah. Oh, conductor plate. Yep, that's another thing to do. Yep, okay.
So
done.
it's sorted.
Yeah, like that's it. Like those are the two. They only did
It does only
coil
have one
pack.
key though.
It says coil pack. So one key. Oh, that's a shame. What a shame. What a shame. But yeah, this is a there's videos attached to it. Look at that. Beautiful car. Beautiful car. Yeah, that's the ideal
Yeah.
highway missile right there, if you ask me.
Right.
Loads of power, loads of torque. No need to downshift ever.
No.
Yeah.
No. And was this the 5-speed or yeah, it is the 5-speed.
Yep, it's the bulletproof 5-speed. So
because did the facelift cars get the 7-speed?
No, it can't. And the V12s never got the 7-speed. It can't handle the torque.
Well, the G65 had the 7-speed.
Did it?
I'm almost positive it did. Let me
look that up real quick.
I'm looking that up real quick. Why don't you stop screen sharing and then we'll get into the other stuff.
Yeah.
I'm almost positive the let's see. G class. G55, G500, G whatever. I want G
2018. It says on Wikipedia 7-speed.
Hold on, let's check Edmunds. They always give you the answers. Mercedes-Benz, G-Class, SUV. What was that? No, not 19, 18. Yeah, G65 had the 7-speed.
In 18, but only in 18.
That's 18. Let's see what 17 was. 7-speed. Let's see what 14 never had the 15. Is that the first year for the 65? Because I know the 65 was Europe only for a while.
Was it?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
So 17, the G65 had the 7-speed. And 2016, I believe, was the first year. 2016 was the first year for the G65 in the US. And that had the 7-speed.
Interesting.
That thing got 11 city, 13 highway, according to the EPA.
Yeah, bet.
That's a bit ridiculous.
I think that's a bit optimistic.
Yeah. And the problem is, like, the G63 was just better. It was actually faster.
Yes.
It was faster. It was cheaper, and it looked the exact same.
Yep.
I think the only difference, didn't the 65 have like 6 tailpipes on the side, and then like the 63 had like 4 or something like that?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, 63 had duals on each side, and then
because I know in high
yeah.
school, another one of my good friends who I've been friends with ever since I was in preschool. It's senior year of high school, he drove a G63.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was his mom got a new one, and his mom just gave him his old one.
Oh, here you can have this old car. Yeah,
it wasn't even old, but it was nice. It was matte black. I'm not a big fan of the G class, but I have a huge amount of respect for the history of it. I have a huge amount of respect for just the engineering that goes into it and the production of it, because it's not made by Mercedes.
Have you driven one?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I've driven the new one and the old one.
Yeah,
Huge difference.
They're not.
Huge difference.
They don't.
The new one is a car. The old
Yeah.
one is a piece of farm equipment that's just very refined.
Yes, yeah. It's very nice leather in this tractor.
Yes,
So,
and it's fast.
Yeah,
It sounds really good. That 5.5. But anyway, so let's move on. I'll show you my first car that I configured, and I'm just going to go through this really quickly because if you've seen this before, if you watched, what was it? I think I did 2 episodes with this. It's not shocking whatsoever. In fact, I've saved it. 2022 Jaguar F-Type R Coupe all-wheel drive. Great car.
Yeah.
British Racing Green Metallic. You have to get that. I got these 20-inch dark gray wheels.
Yep.
The style 5061. I got the panoramic moonroof, which doesn't open, but you got to get that. Inside, the only option I got was the Meridian surround sound system because normal Meridian's great, but Meridian surround is truly a fantastic sound system. I've said it before, I've said it again, and I will say it a million times in the future because I am a huge advocate for that. I got the climate pack, which gives you 2-zone automatic climate control. I got the blind spot assist. Of course, you have to get the heated windshield. The one thing I do not understand, why HomeLink garage door opener is a $300 option. That's just ridiculous. You know,
standalone?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. And then on the inside, ebony and tan.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, I would have liked a little bit more tan, but if you do that, then you get the tan dashboard, which is not good. It just reflects.
Well, especially how flat and long the dashboard is there. Oh my gosh.
But this is great. It's my favorite car of all time. I mean,
it's a fantastic piece of.
It
just drives so nice, and it doesn't beat you up either. You know,
it's a sports car, but it's also kind of a GT.
Yes,
I'd say it's more sports car than GT, but especially after the facelift, they did soften it up a little bit. But it's still you put it in dynamic mode, it's still pretty stiff. That's what I love about Jaguar's adaptive dampers. I mean, you go from comfort to dynamic. There's a huge difference.
You can tell. You can definitely tell.
Not like Audi, where it's not. You can feel it, but it's not enormous.
It's stiff or stiffer. You mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like you can. It's kind of like that CT5 that I drove, the Blackwing. I was like, in the CT4, it's the same way. You know, you can put it in comfort mode. You can put your wife, girlfriend, grandmother in that, and they won't say anything. But the minute you put it in race mode in that Cadillac, it stiffens up. It's like a track car.
Yeah.
I would not say the F-Type does not do it to that extent. You know, normal mode on the F-Type is still stiff, but not, you know, like you said, it's not going to beat you up. But once you put it in dynamic mode, it does get stiffer. But yeah, it's just you know, all for just under $114,000. Bargain. What 911 are you getting at that price with this amount of equipment and this much power?
None. You're getting a Carrera S with no options.
Pretty much.
Or a base with some options.
Well, not really many options. You can probably get a base with premium package plus, and that's it.
Yeah, maybe like the paint of your choosing.
Yeah. And then what these things go for used, literally nothing. I mean, they depreciate quite a bit.
Yeah, they're crazy. They drop off like a stone.
You can find before this whole car thing, you could find a really nice one for $40,000 to $45,000.
Oh, buddy of mine, he bought one for it's an S, the V6 supercharged, for like 28 grand. It's got like 50,000 miles on it or something.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's an older car. Like, I don't know, maybe what year did these come out?
14 was the first model year.
His might be a 14 or 15. Okay. Yeah. So
15 was the first year for the coupe. And then 16 is when they went all-wheel drive.
Yeah, so his is a rear-wheel drive. I think it's a Vert. He's actually he's my parts manager over at Land Rover. I worked with him for a while, for a couple years. So
actually, no, 16 they went all-wheel drive just on the V8s, not all the V6s were still rear-wheel drive, but you could add all-wheel drive on the V6 if you wanted.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then I think the 4-cylinder was a rear drive only. I don't think they did an all-wheel drive 4-cylinder, which I still don't understand why they put the 4-cylinder in that. But anyway, so why don't you share your first car?
All right, let's see. So, well, let's counteract that one, shall we? So we'll do the sports car.
That's funny. We just saw one of those.
Yeah. Cayman S 718.
Yeah, but you went 4-cylinder.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, I've driven these. That's a great engine.
I try to keep it around in the 70s for all my builds for this.
Which I'll say though, that 4-cylinder, great engine. It's got so much mid-range torque, which is something the Cayman kind of always needed. You know, you always had to like rev the hell out of it to get the power out, but this makes it a lot more. Yeah, this makes it a lot more drivable, but it doesn't sound very good.
No,
and but it's finally got the power, or at least the mid-range torque, and it does have character, kind of. Their character for a German car, I should say, because there's no German car that has character.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like if it was me, I'd get the 4-liter, the GTS 4-liter, or a GT4 or a Boxster Spider. But
yeah, but now you're up into like
you're over 100.
like it's just way too much money. And then okay, why don't you just buy the Jag?
Yeah.
You know, it's like okay, I get it, right?
So why don't you walk us through this build?
Well, here. That's really not a lot you can do at this price point. So you
go to your summary down at the
yeah, you can barely get into an S for less than 80. And so I did wheels and paint.
Yeah.
And
you got a color. Did that paint cost anything? Racing yellow?
No, that's a no cost paint.
So you get guards red, yellow, black, and white for free.
And then these are whatever, $600, like
that's
normal. Yeah. And these are like
you get to yeah, and then you get to PTS, which is like 12.
Yeah, exactly. Which is a shame because I really like chalk. Oh wait, what? That's weird.
What? What? Did you switch? No.
The
hell? You went from a GTS to a Macan.
Go home. Figure out.
Reload.
You're drunk.
No, du kannst the Macan, not the 718.
Okay, so
that was horrible German accent.
And das ist nicht ein Macan, das ist ein Cayman. Yeah, I don't know what happened to it. Okay, there goes my build. So anyway, but there's only 2 options I could add. Basically, I added like premium package and wheels, and that's it.
What's in the standard? What's in the normal premium package on that?
Packages, premium pack.
Oh, there's no premium plus.
No, just Bose entry drive.
Ventilated seats. That's nice.
Wow. Yeah. LED headlights.
The thing is,
no, actually, no, I didn't even have this. I didn't even pick this.
Oh, really?
Because it throws you up into the it's $4,000. Throws you up into the crazy monies.
But also at the same time, like if you have to get that if you get a Porsche. I mean, premium package, it might look like a lot, but you do get a lot. And I think it's cheaper if you get premium package than if you do the same exact options a la carte.
Yeah, for sure. This is just a base Cayman now. What the heck happened there?
But it's saying, I don't know.
Yeah, whatever. Anyways, okay, done with that one.
All right. So I will, I'll go to my car now, my next car. Hold on. I need to pull it up. Again, knowing me, not surprising. All new Range Rover. Now when I did this morning, the configurator changed. So the new one, the L460, started off as a 2022 model year here in the US, but also last year's L405 was also a 22 model year. But I have since learned that only 800 L460s are being brought to the US for 22. So everyone else is getting a 23. And the options have changed. So I went base model short wheelbase SE trim with the P400 straight six engine, which I wasn't a huge fan of in the Defender, but I know that engine's going to suit this car much better. I've driven the old one with this engine. It's just much better in this. It's better in the Jaguars. In the Defender, it's just kind of, I'd say if you get a Defender, get the 4-cylinder or get the V8. Or if you're international, get a diesel, because that's probably the best engine.
Like everybody else they won't buy that motor overseas. They'll only buy diesels.
Right.
You know? That's the only reason that's the only motor I would buy if I had it here.
Yeah. So it's like it's base model. Also it's Belgravia green metallic. Looks lovely. And I went for the Caraway interior. This is the semi-aniline leather, I believe. Yes, semi-aniline leather, because I wanted massaging seats. It comes standard with Windsor leather, which is lovely. That's what I have in my Discovery. It's lovely leather, the base one, definitely. But you can't get massage. You can get heated and cool, but you can't get massage. But yeah, Caraway is a gorgeous color. Oh, let's see, what else did I get? I got the SV Bespoke 22-inch style 1072 diamond turned wheels, which actually look really cool. I think those wheels look awesome, but they're a bit big. I prefer, smaller rim, bigger tire. However, these being 22s, they do still have quite a decent amount of sidewall. Actually, quite a lot of sidewall.
What's the overall size of those tires now?
I don't know.
They're bigger. They look bigger than the outgoing 31-inch tire.
Yeah. Well, the Defender has 33s.
Is it? No, I think you're 31 on yours.
I don't.
You're 2.
Or is it
55, 60, 19, I think, right?
Mine are 255, 65, 19. Yeah.
So it's like a 31.
All right. So
yeah. But these look bigger than that. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Again, also this is just a rendering. And even when I saw it in person, I didn't pay much attention because it had 23s on it. And I was like, yeah, I'm not interested in 23-inch wheels.
Yeah. 23s are like, oof.
But they still had a ton of sidewall. I mean, it did not look huge like they do on the RSQ8. But anyway, I got the black roof just because I wish you could still get they don't do the silver roof anymore, which just looks awesome with green. But,
super low tech option. Like nobody bought that.
Yeah. And because obviously you might have mentioned it. You used to sell these.
Yeah.
You worked at a JLR dealer for a little while and you sold a lot of these.
There was an old lady who had a red one with a silver roof. It was like a 13 or 14 supercharged truck.
Interesting.
And it looked good. Friends red, silver roof, long wheelbase. It was a cool truck.
Because my neighbor down the road has a Montesino red, full size HSE, but I can't remember. Hers might have a silver roof. It might. I don't remember. I'll have to, whenever I see it, I just never really paid much attention. But actually, it might be a black roof. I don't know. It's Montesino red, which is you don't see that color often on those. I got the upgraded pixel LED headlights.
Will we actually get those here?
Probably. Well, I don't know. Biden's infrastructure thing will now allow for matrix headlights.
Oh wow! There's like one positive thing out of that whole stupid $3 trillion
It was a lot. I try not to get political here, but I will just no comment. But we all know how I feel. But yeah, so I got that. I mean, it was cheap. It was $550. I got the advanced tow assist and the tow hitch. A semi-aniline leather with the 24-way heated cooled massage front seats with power recline heated and ventilated rear seats. I got the Meridian 3D surround sound system. So I actually saw this in person a couple weeks ago, and it was an SE. It had it was a pre-production prototype. I got to play around with it for a little bit, and it had the new Meridian 3D sound system, which is like this is their mid-range. It's an 18 speaker, 800 watt 3D surround sound system. The best sound system I've ever heard. It is better because my previous favorite was the Bowers and Wilkins and the Volvo S60. That was amazing. And then my number 2 after that was the Meridian Signature that you could get in like the autobiographies, and then you could add it on like the Sport and the Velar.
Was it 1,700 watts or something?
Yeah, the 1,700 watt. This, in my opinion, is better than both of those. The sound stage was perfect. It was high, but not too high. And of course, with the 3D, you could adjust that. Bass response, which I always thought in the current Meridian stuff, like even my Defender, which has the bass Meridian sound system, the bass response in the bass system is very good, very, very better than the Bose in our Q7, which that's not really a bass heavy system anyway. But and a lot of people hate the Bose in that. I don't think it's that bad.
No highs, no lows. It's got to be Bose.
Yeah. I don't know. It's the lows are decent. The highs, the mids and highs are actually pretty good. And the sound stage is cool because it has the 3D sound. But it's just if you just want like to just drive around thumping, everyone can hear you. It's not the system for that.
No.
You're better off with the Meridian, but even that's not what the Meridian's for. But yeah, this is but no, it truly was in my opinion, the best sound system you can get in a car. I would love to hear the new Meridian Signature. That is going to be really cool. And that has the speakers and the headrests that offer noise cancellation. That's on the Signature sound system. But yeah, so real quick, just some more stuff. I got the technology pack, which that gave you like the heads up display and the clear sight mirror. And I got the advanced off-road capability pack, which was standard for 22 on the new one for 22. It's now $5,200. And that gives you the 48-volt anti-roll control and the rear locking diff, and that gives you, I think, I don't need print brochure. I don't even remember now. No, I don't want that. Personalized brochure, wrong one. Where's your PDF? Just come on. Hurry up. Here we go.
This is my brochure. Oh, this is pretty cool that they do this now. Okay.
Oh, they've been doing this for years. This is what I still have this, the original build for my Defender. Advanced off-road. So that gives you the rear e-diff. Electronic air suspension with a dynamic response, which is the 48-volt anti-roll system, which okay. I'm still almost positive air springs are standard. And the configurable programs. So that's the configurable terrain response. That's what I have on my Defender. I also got, so Tech Pack gives you the clear sight mirror, heads up display, and just a domestic power outlet. Got to get the heated windshield like I did on my F-Type, and then
absolutely.
Assist,
no heated. Yeah, heated windshields are a must.
But actually, let's just let's see standard features.
Jeez, that's a lot for a SE. Like
yeah, driver capability. Yeah, air suspension is standard.
Okay.
You just don't get the 48-volt. Yeah, and also you still get open. So the rear diff is open, but you still get the torque vectoring, which is interesting. That's new.
Is that new?
Torque vector. Yeah, it was only on the cars with the rear diff. It started in the Range Rover Sport, the current Range Rover Sport.
Okay.
But
when's that? Cool. When's the new that due out? A year or two?
I would imagine. I think the new one's going to be revealed by the end of the year. If it's not revealed at the end of this year, it'll be revealed early next year, and it'll be on sale next year. It'll be on sale by spring of next year, as long as there's no delays. But yeah, that is my Range Rover, which comes in at just under $123,000 for the base model. So yeah.
All right. So what do we got here?
I have two more, but I'm actually just going to go with one more. I'm not going to do it. I got one of them. I'm not going to do.
I'm going to skip this Macan then.
Yeah, no, go for that. Actually, go for it. I would like to.
It's not very interesting because the same thing. I tried to keep it to like a standard price set, right? So for under 75 grand, you don't really get a whole lot in the Porsche realm.
No,
So Macan S, which I believe is that the V6 or is that the four cylinder
that's the
still?
V6. So
Okay.
what they did for 22. So the GTS is the old turbo.
Okay.
The S is the old GTS.
Okay.
The base car gets a slight power increase, and they discontinued the turbo.
Interesting. Okay. So this is it's an SQ5 essentially.
Yeah, but
Engine.
it's more power and better.
Okay.
Well, actually, I
Yeah.
don't know because the new Q5 is a MLB Evo, and this is based on the old Q5,
Oh, you're right. Yeah, it
but it
is.
still drives better. It still drives a lot better.
Yeah. Yeah. Options. Don't get too much. Mahogany.
So
Paint.
yeah, real quick. So my
You have
mom,
to add leather. You have
yeah,
to add
you do.
leather.
So real quick, so my mom is now it's a Cayman on the inside.
What? What? Oh my word!
Wow.
Wow.
So my mom is considering buying a Macan, and I told her I was like, you have to get an S at least, and now it's like I don't know.
the, 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 the configurator's on track.
It's messed up.
Oh
But
wow.
so the I went online and I built my mom like a Macan, and I let her choose some stuff, and it an S in mahogany is one of the colors that is being considered. If it's still not 100% definite yet, but it's certainly up in the air. Um, but and that one ended up at like 80
Yeah, it's a
with
lot
the
for that
options.
car, if you ask me.
But then again, it's I also since I told her I was like, if you get this car, you have to get the S, you have to get the V6, and I'm also going to be putting performance options on it because you just have to. I put on the air suspension, which was actually cheap. It was like $1,300.
That's surprising.
I did premium plus pack, air suspension. Um, I did adaptive cruise, the surround camera, and sport chrono, and I think that was it. But and the wood interior as well, in leather, and it was like 80.
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah, you have to get the leather. But no, I mean, like I don't know what the hell is up with Porsche's configurator.
Yeah, it's all confused.
Yeah, you're trying to keep things to a budget, and it just didn't work. So another car. I built an Aston Martin Vantage, but their configurator is really cool, but there's just so many options, so I just decided not to. So I then built a 911 Carrera 4S. So, I went for some cool. I got gentian blue, which is a gorgeous color in person. Gentian blue. I got the Mojave beige interior.
Of course you would.
Of course. Oh crap! I forgot to. Options. There's one thing I can't believe I forgot this. Go down. Go down. Go all the way down. All the way down. Here we go. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's important for
Yes.
$2,000.
$2,000. You get the interior wood in Paldow, whatever that is. Um, and it's not showing there. There it is. That's
There it
nice.
goes. Yeah, it is. That's really cool wood, by the
And
way,
it's
in
not
person.
showing up there. Oh, there it goes.
Just
There
took
we
a
go.
second.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
takes a second. So
See.
like it just ties it all together. But no, it's a Carrera 4S, 7-speed manual, gentian blue, black and Mojave beige interior,
Oof. Man, look at that
electric
sticker.
sunroof and glass. You have to pay extra for you can get a metal sunroof that opens, but
In
glass is more expensive.
2022. Wow.
Yes. I remember old Mercedes had that stuff.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
I did go for Aero Kit, which is rare. You get the wing. I think it actually looks it's kind of wannabe GT3, but I do think it looks cool and it's very unique.
I think people would. I think it would I don't know that you get all your money back on this build, but if you put the aero kit on, you're definitely gonna have a better time selling it than just like a regular S.
Right. But you're not going to have any trouble selling a regular S unless it's just a really bad spec. Got power folding mirrors. The model on the model designation on the door in silver, which I think actually looks pretty cool.
It helps with the aero kit. Yeah. You missed an option, by the way. Something very critical.
What was that?
Colored center caps.
Oh, crap. I didn't even think of that. We'll add that on. So I got PASM lower, the sport suspension PASM. You get 10 mils lower. Of course, PDCC, Porsche Dynamic Chassis Control. I got the sport exhaust with silver tailpipes, front axle lift, and rear wheel steering, which are just necessary.
Yes.
I went with the Carrera classic wheels. I got the LED headlights, rear wiper, which is $370 for a rear wiper, but
you have to have
it. I mean, what's funny is my friend's dad had a 991.2 Carrera, and it had the rear wiper, and the blade like fell off all the time. like he had it for like 2 years, and the blade fell off probably like 4 times.
Wow.
And I got so I went for the surround view camera, the lane change assist, which is just blind spot monitoring, ambient lighting, the 18-way adaptive sports seats with ventilated seats, heated seats, heated GT Sport steering wheel and leather, guards red seatbelts, and since you get the manual, that comes standard with Sport Chrono. Tachometer and guards red. I got the wood trim, and I got the Burmester high-end surround sound system. So in all, $174,000, actually big $175,000 for, in essence, a base model 911.
Yeah.
Well, kind of. I guess you could say mid grade.
Mid-tier,
Carrera is always going to be the base, but it's unique. It's cool, and that's too much money for a Carrera, because my ideal GT3 was actually like a little cheaper.
Right. Yeah.
But this is cool.
That's a good daily driver, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I went to 4S because I live in Ohio, where it snowed today. It snowed last night.
You have to get a second set of wheels.
Oh yeah.
There's no snow tires in that size.
No, these now have staggered wheels that they're 20s in the front, 21s in the rear. But no, my friend's dad had it on his. He used snow tires on his, and he didn't have a second set of wheels. But yeah, so that's my last car.
Is that all right? Well, here we go. I'll show you. Here's the interesting, little less predictable.
Knowing you, this is very predictable.
I guess it is, yes. But Volvo V90. So
which you can no longer get the normal one.
No, this says I think it's just the regular.
No, it's a cross country.
Oh! I see what you're saying. Oh, the wagon, the V90 wagon, not the
V90 wagon's gone.
Yeah, V90 XC is what this is. Yes, and even those were special order only. So
no. The V90 cross countries were the only ones they kept in dealers.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, the regular V90.
Okay, yeah, right.
Yeah. You had to special order that if you wanted it. I have seen. There's one in town. I've seen it. It's pretty cool. It's gorgeous, actually. It's stunning.
Yeah, it's a beautiful car.
I love that car.
Even the cross countries look pretty good.
Yeah, they do. My neighbor has a one of these Ocean Race edition.
Okay.
Which is quite cool. So where are we at here? Platinum gray, which is essentially brown.
Yeah.
The silver scuff plates, the big 21s, because they just look gorgeous.
Yeah, they do.
They look so cool.
You're not off-roading, even though that car has no capability whatsoever.
No, it'll get you up the hill, and yeah. Well, like
with
my neighbor
uses all-wheel drive.
Yeah, he uses it to go to the top of the mountain to take his mountain bike.
Yeah.
So
what a Volvo drive. Well, did he upgrade to a Volvo from a Subaru?
That's a good question. I did not ask. I don't know the guy. I said hello to him once or twice, but yeah, I'm quite certain he's not had just one Volvo, probably a few. Bowers and Wilkins.
You have to.
Air suspension. That's adaptive.
Yeah.
advanced package, which is your HUD and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Lounge.
Lounge
What the hell is lounge?
package.
Oh, that gives you like a lot of. Okay, that's
Extended leather curtain airbags in the or sun curtains. Yeah, powered lumbar, all that stuff.
that's actually pretty reasonable price too.
Yeah, you get a lot of car for that money.
Yeah.
I mean, to put it this way, so here's the well, here, that's my actual build for the Defender, but here's the other.
Yeah,
So
I've
you can
seen
get
this.
yeah, you've seen this build, but you're getting like a basically a pretty stripped out Defender 4-cylinder.
Well, I can't remember what all did you put on this, because this is a 4-cylinder that is much. This one's $9,000 more than mine.
Yeah, correct.
And
This
mine's got a pretty decent amount of stuff on it, but they all do.
Yeah, so we'll go back to where we'll go to accessory packs and exterior. Stone,
which is a gorgeous color. I saw one
yeah.
just like this last night. Black roof, Gondwana stone, 20-inch gray wheels last night.
No signature graphic, black roof.
It still has a signature graphic. It's just black.
Yeah. Well, right, true. Wheels. These are the best wheels to get, in my opinion.
How much are they now? 1,900.
Yeah,
they were more. I'm almost positive they were more when I
thought they were.
Because those are the wheels I was going to get. Because I was originally going to get the 6-cylinder and they were $800 extra. I was like, yeah, I'm getting this. But then when I decided, well, after I drove the 6-cylinder and didn't really like it, when I went to the 4, I was like, I don't want to spend $2,000 on those wheels because they will get scratched. They do scratch easily because they're satin.
Yeah. This build was mainly. I'd be surprised if you took delivery of this, drove it for a month, and didn't make $20,000. Because it's got the eyes, and that's all that really matters. Interior options.
You went for the khaki, right? Or is this black?
Yeah, khaki. Yeah, I love it. My cousin's Defender has this interior, and it's gorgeous.
It's green.
Yeah, it's in person. It's not as green.
It's green gray. Well, this makes it look gray, but in person, it's more green, but it's still not exactly green.
It's a great color. Options.
You got the wood, the rough cut wood, which is
have to. Cold climate, off road, towing, all that other stuff. So that's pretty much that's it for that right
also,
there.
what I noticed, interestingly, so for comfort and convenience, now that Meridian sound system is standard on the S, and I think on the base model, it's standalone option. Because when I ordered mine, it was part of the comfort and convenience.
Correct.
That came with they all came with like the cup holders cover. But now if you want the cover for the cup holders, you have to get comfort and convenience.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay.
But the cover's cool. I always keep the cover over the cup holders unless if I'm using the cup holders, and then it slots underneath the console. There's a little cutout for it.
Is there? Nice. Okay, I was going to ask that. Is there a little spot for it?
And you can also you can cover the cup holders. You could cover the wireless charger behind it, or you could
back here. Oh, okay.
Or you could put. You can put it like longitudinally on either side. So if you want one cup holder and half of your charger.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Okay, interesting.
It fits in 4 different directions. It's quite nice. And they all get the big screen now.
I just noticed the 12-volt outlet up here.
Now that's a USB.
Okay. Yeah, 5-volt. Sorry.
And then they all now come with the physical gauges instead of the digital because chip shortage.
Yeah. Everything's chip shortage.
Yeah.
So here's the actual build of what I might order. Just a base model.
So this is to replace the LR4 potentially.
Yeah. Depends on lead times and when
I will say that I honestly
Farm actually decides to pay me or not.
in all honesty, I think you would have to go for the S to get those cloth seats are not very good.
Well, that's one of the things I'm going to go investigate today after we end this here. Yeah. I'm going to run over there as my local dealer just got one.
The one you worked for or not?
Yeah. Yep.
The one okay.
Yeah, it's only like 15 minutes away, 10 minutes down the road.
So,
So I'm going to go check that out. I'm going to see how terrible the cloth seats actually are, as you say.
I don't like. I mean, it's yeah.
Yeah.
Someone I know has him, and he's not crazy about him, but um, but yeah. So I guess we'll end this here. I'll ask you a couple questions before we finish this up. So um, kind of the thing I always ask, what how did you get into cars? I kind of know your story a bit, but like to, you know,
Well, my family had a used car lot growing up, so I'm the third generation in the car business at this point. Um, so that's you got a nice sampling of everything.
yeah,
Yeah, all kinds of different stuff. Domestic, mostly from where we were in that area, but plenty of European cars. And very quickly, as soon as you start driving, you're like, oh, these are much nicer.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So what what is a car that's not sold here that you would like to try out?
Oh, non-US domestic market. Things that we never got. There's some pretty kooky Russian stuff that I think would be pretty cool.
God, it's probably crap.
Well, probably, but
I mean, it's
very easy to fix. Yes,
yeah, like what? Like, oh yeah, look at me, I'm driving around in a Lada.
Yes.
Like, I'm sorry, we're not in communist Cuba. We're not in, we're not in the Soviet Union. I've always Alpine or Alpine, whatever it is, however to pronounce it, it's whatever the A110, the new one.
Yeah,
that's
what
I would love to
cool.
try out.
That thing's cool.
I kind of, after thinking about this question, I would love to try out the new Touareg. Well, it's not new anymore. It's been out for like 4 years, but we don't get it anymore. That would be really cool to try out.
Owned 2 of those. So
first gen or second?
First. 2 first gen V8s. Fantastic cars, both of them. Fantastic.
And I'd also that's real. I mean, everything else is pretty much sold here, other than some Volkswagen Group stuff or French stuff, which I don't. Well, other than the Alpine, there's no French car that really appeals to me. But
there's plenty of engine choices that we don't get here that I would love to have.
Yeah, I'd like to try out a diesel Defender, the new straight 6 diesel.
Yeah, there's no reason to buy the gas if you have that option for the diesel.
Yeah,
if you ask me,
but yeah, it's just what I'm trying to think. Is there any other like sports car? There was I don't know. There's a bunch of Chinese crap that I don't want it, that I have no desire to. All the Chinese cars aren't really that terrible anymore. I mean, well, I don't know. I'm saying that just based on things that I have seen, but in reality, they're still probably not quite there yet. Unless if it's like something from GM,
looking at the stuff that's
Volvo,
Chinese built, it's like, I don't know, it's built pretty good. I think probably better than half the stuff that's domestically built. So
yeah,
you got that going for you.
Yeah, I guess so. So some other stuff. Is there like an ultimate like road trip destination that you would like to do? Like, whether it be like the German Autobahn or,
road trip,
Pikes Peak or wherever, or
Prudhoe Bay to Tierra del Fuego.
South America.
No, but Prudhoe Bay to Tierra del Fuego.
Wait,
that's the end of the road in Alaska, basically.
Oh, so you want to go all the way from the top of North America from the top of the world to the bottom of the world?
Yes.
That's that'd take like what, a week and a half?
No, like
longer?
8 months, 6-8 months
to drive.
Yeah.
Well, you'd have to go through some sketchy places like Venezuela and.
Correct. Yeah. Well, it takes.
Central.
Most people can. I mean, I don't think anybody's done it in less than 6 months. I'm sure you could do it faster if you need a driver. You need a team though, because you're talking like how many thousands of miles is that, and you have to ship your car around because there's no land route through the lower part of Panama there. essentially. So you have to ship your car.
Yeah, I'd love to do kind of I've done it before, but not I was in a Mercedes-Benz Metris, or whatever they call it in Europe, whatever the Metris is called in Europe. I think that was the V class or something like that.
Yeah.
I did the part of the Romantic Road in Germany, in Bavaria. And it's called that. And you just see these like little towns, and it's, there's kind of some twisty roads. I'd love to do that in like a 911. I'd love to just get like something like get a 911, like just order that Carrera 4S, pick it up in Stuttgart, and just drive around Germany and Austria and go down to I love just like a European road trip. Go skiing in Switzerland. Go buy an Omega, which according to you is not a good idea, is it?
No.
Your Speedmaster, that's still my favorite watch of all time, but the problem with the Speedmaster is that it has no water resistance whatsoever. But
I mean, it should be, but
it should, but it can go to the moon, but you cannot wear it while washing your hands.
Yeah, evidently, even though it's rated to 30 meters or something crazy.
Yeah, which is like, well, I mean, you can wash your hands with it, but you cannot wear that in the pool. Or some people are just weird and they'll wear it in like the shower, which I
wear it in the creek every day. So.
But
something to do with the fact that it's ruined.
I'll tour the Omega I'll get a Seamaster, not a, which just what I know. Just what I need is another diving watch. But the Seamasters, exactly. Those are well priced.
All the diving you do,
Yeah, all the diving I do, which is I've never been scuba. I don't even go in the fucking pool. Like the most water I take in is in the shower, and I sure as hell do not wear a watch in the shower because that's just weird. I'm a big watch nerd, but like some people take that too far.
Yeah.
And then so I guess I don't know how this actually. I think I know the answer to this. So I end this. Since it is very early on into the new year, I'm not going to ask you what's your car of the year for this year, because that's just silly, because you probably haven't driven much this year other than that Armada that you're driving around now. But what was your car of the year for 2021? And I think I know the answer.
The new vehicle?
Yeah, or it can be new or old, but like what car impressed you the most? I kind of swing toward new, but
I didn't drive very much last year, to be honest with you. Nothing new or exciting particularly.
Well, there's one.
I'm glad you're remembering, because I'm not.
C8 Corvette.
Oh yeah. Oh wow. Yes, that's right. That was an impressive vehicle. Definitely impressive.
You told me you were like amazed with how good that was.
Yeah, I was. It doesn't have that rickety feeling that the old ones did. Even the C7 just doesn't. I don't know, like squeaks and rattles when you go around a corner. That kind of like creaky noise. You're like, ew.
But also you got to remember it's made by GM.
Mm-hmm.
But I never really. I mean, I didn't drive a whole lot of C7s, and I never drove them extremely hard. But that never kind of crossed my mind. I never really paid attention to stuff like that. But yeah, for me, I mean, at this point, if you're a regular listener, you can just turn off now. It doesn't matter. For me, CT5V Blackwing. You do realize your screen share is still on, right?
Yeah. Hang on, I want to show you the Corvette that I was.
Okay.
I can't remember his handle.
CT5 Blackwing. That was my car of the year. Before that, it was the Taycan. And actually, I never really kind of got into it, but it's not surprising. Before I drove the Taycan, my car of the year actually, and that was kind of early on in the year, it was the Ford Mach-E. It's not that I refuse to call a Mustang, because it's not a Mustang, but it's really good.
It's not a Mustang. Yeah, that's for sure.
But it's really, really good. It's a fantastic first real attempt at an electric car from Ford, because that electric Focus does not count. That was shit. That was just complete shit.
I can't find his handle. Dang on it. Nah, whatever. The C8 was interesting because it has a huge wing on it. It's
That
kind of
you put
crazy.
on.
Yes, we put it on. Oh man, does he?
It doesn't matter. I mean, I don't think that people are going to want to see it. I don't.
Yeah,
It's an acquired taste. Let's just put it that
yeah.
way.
That's why it's funny, right? It's not my. It's not anybody's
Yeah.
taste for the most part, but
Yeah.
yeah.
But no, that's so yeah, that will wrap it up. So David, thank you so much for coming on. And why don't you tell us where we can find you if someone wants to follow you?
Oh, LR4 over at Instagram is probably the best way to get a hold of me.
Yeah.
If you have general Land Rover questions, that's
Yeah.
probably a good place to start.
Yeah,
Specifically the older stuff. So if I don't know, I know everybody that does know. So
yeah, everyone, if you have Land Rover questions, go to him or me. But even if there's something I cannot figure out, which I'm not going to try to be like, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I do know a lot.
yeah.
And if there's something I don't know, you will know. Or if you don't know, you will know someone that will know.
Right. Yeah.
It's like you've got like, but yeah. So David, yeah, thanks again so much for coming on, and we will talk to you soon. All right.
All right, brother.
Cheers.
You take care. Have a good evening.
Yep.